everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's nearly Christmas and I thought I would do, I know I've already done a few, I thought I would do some new perfume favourites that I have discovered this year. So it's kind of my 2017 new discoveries. A few of them are newly launched this year. So since Christmas is all about choosing the right gift for the right person, the special person, perfume apparently also is just like way up there as a gift. So I've made my selection of really special perfumes. Some have been launched this year and I'll run you through them and try and give you my little personal insight as to why they're all really, really special. So first one I'm going to start with is Lui, which is him, Guerlain. It is a unisex fragrance. This is absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, you can't buy this online. I think it's only available in Selfridges. I'll double check and link below, or possibly Harrods and Selfridges. I will put all the details. Now, Lui it was launched this year. It is, some people think it's a remake of an old 30s fragrance, or even late 20s, 1929 Guerlain fragrance, which was called Lui. And it's not actually, it's just the bottle that has been redesigned. It's that really lovely Art Deco packaging. This has top notes of pear, clove, carnation. Oh, I love this. This is a really, really addictive perfume. I don't really smell it on many people. It's quite difficult to get hold of, quite rare to find. There's leather in there, vanilla, musk, and an ingredient that they call smoke. And you really actually feel, you get that sense of smoke. It's almost like that lovely, beautiful, the sweetness of a bonfire smell mixed with the leather and the pear and the clove, all of these really interesting ingredients. It's very long lasting as well. A little goes a long way. It's potent, it's very, very seasonal, and I actually think very Christmassy. I can't imagine somebody not being really thrilled to get that. I've chosen quite carefully as well. I've chosen bottles that I think look really glamorous and quite statementy on a dressing table, and I think it's the packaging feeds the senses just as much as that amazing smell. And I also like a story behind a fragrance. I think that's really a nice one as well. Now I'm going on to another one. Actually, talking of stories, this is Trish McEvoy's latest incarnation, and it's called Gold 9. It is absolutely gorgeous. This is really, actually, it packs a punch. It's got notes of bergamot, blackberry, there's some incense in there, patchouli. You really smell the blackberry first of all, because that's like a top note. The bottom notes come out, the base notes come out a little bit later. We've got Marshmallow Musk. This is a really, really beautiful fragrance. As you can see, this bottle, really kindly, the Trish McEvoy team had it initialed for me, Lucy Camilla. They will do this engraving service only in Selfridges when you buy any of her fragrances, and if you book that option, you can have the initials of whoever you're gifting this to, even if you're gifting it to yourself. Which is a really nice touch, I think, for a Christmas present. Apparently this, when Trish made this, when she developed this perfume, she wanted to create a sense of a confident woman at ease with herself, powerful and confident and feeling golden. And I actually think that's pretty much what it does. It's quite an empowering fragrance. I mean, it really is strong. None of these perfumes that I'm going to be talking about today are cologne-y, light. Keep those for the spring and the summer. These are winter perfumes. Now, I'm going actually on to another Guerlain one. This is an absolute beauty. It is a very powerful, pungent one. It's called Spiritueuse Double Vanille. So it's like spiritual double vanilla, and it is kind of double vanilla. You've got, in this, notes of pink pepper. Gosh, it's a little bit just coming out of the top here. I think I must have sprayed it when I was preparing for the video. I love this old-fashioned spray. It's like real perfume, isn't it? The kind of perfume our grandparents would have worn. Not even my mum's age actually wasn't really using these incredible sprays. So there's something very glamorous and old school. The perfume is incredibly intense. If you're not a vanilla fan, you won't like this. If you love vanilla, you'll drink this up. It's absolutely gorgeous. This one is a perfume that I've never worn it and not had somebody literally come up to me and stop me and ask me what I'm wearing. So you either love it or hate it, but every time I've been asked, it's been complimentary. It's like a Marmite, I think, vanilla. Some people really don't like it either in a room spray, a candle, or a perfume. As I said, for me, it's an absolute favourite. Now, I've written a few notes. This is pink pepper, bergamot, frankincense. There's a Bulgarian rose in there, which I'm not quite getting, but perhaps when it sort of mellows out. I've worn this so many times, and I have to say the overriding sense is vanilla. There's jasmine, and there's some rum in there as well as vanilla. And all of those ingredients together just extend it, make it powerful. They don't just have this sort of sickly sweet vanilla. It's not a sweet perfume particularly at all. It's layers of quite powerful, pungent, really beautiful, beautiful fragrance. That is an absolute winner. All of these are winners. Now, my next discovery, which was a launch this year, another 2017 launch, a brand by Kilian. I don't know whether you know by Kilian, but if you don't, you should. He is a really, really playful perfumier. He takes a perfume and usually actually will start with something artistic that will get into his consciousness, and he will develop the perfume around that. The beauty of by Kilian as well is that with some of his perfumes you can get a whole gift clutch. So this one is called Woman in Gold. It was launched, I think, in the summer. I instantly fell in love with this, I have to say. There were two launches, Woman in Gold and I think Gold Knight, as in knight in shining armour, and it's exceptional. They're all very Christmassy, even though this was launched in the summer. It's maybe a summer fragrance, summer evening when you're really dressed up, but I consider this actually quite a Christmassy winter fragrance. This one has got bergamot, again, orange, rose, vanilla. So we're going through a theme here really. Freesia, geranium, patchouli again, tonka bean, and some vanilla. So they're all there's a lot of notes in there. It's a complex fragrance. It's really beautiful. What Kilian does is he uses perfume as well to embellish and tell the story of his creation. And actually this perfume came with this beautiful clutch bag, which is probably reflecting a little bit there on the lens. I'll do some cutaways. I use this, it's got a lovely mirror in it as well. I use this to keep some jewellery in, but I've taken it out. It just about fits the phone and a lipstick, not much else. But you don't really need it to fit much, do you? It just looks so gorgeous. Again, that's an incredible gift. I think anybody would be so happy to get a perfume in one of these. Kilian does many perfumes. I will put all the contact details below of some of the more rare perfumes that may be harder to find. This one, it is very it's very pungent, it's very sexy, and if you were to wear this in the day, you might feel a little bit overpowered. It's definitely after 4 o'clock and going on into the evening, but it's an absolute dream. Another 2017 launch this year is the latest fragrance by Frederic Malle, and he is renowned for creating exceptional, really, really interesting perfumes. He teams up with a famous perfumers. So this beauty was created by Albert Elbaz together with Frederic Malle for Frederic Malle Superstitious. The bottle, just gorgeous. Now Superstitious, oh my god, amazing. This is just beautiful. The prime note that you get is jasmine and rose. I'm trying to find some skin that hasn't got any on it now. I kind of need to smell it to describe it to you. This is a very old-fashioned perfume. This is the kind of perfume that you could imagine a really amazingly glamorous 1940s, 1950s movie star wearing. Dressing up, the days when people dressed up to go out, glamorous evenings out. There's nothing remotely casual about this perfume at all. Notes jasmine, rose, there's some peach and amber, and then as we get lower down, the incense, the patchouli, and there's some vetiver as well, which makes it a little more masculine rather than those deeply feminine flowery tones. You've got, all of these perfumes actually have those darker, woodier, stronger, deeper bottom notes like the leather, the musk, the vetiver, which is needed. Vetiver is really primarily used in male cologne, and it balances out some of those notes. This is actually, my daughter always says to me, when I wear this, she's like, I think you just put too much on. If you get into my car or whatever, I'm just enveloped with, I like that actually. I don't mind people smelling my perfume before they smell me, but I think this one, maybe I put a bit too much on, or it just clings. I'll wake up in the morning after an evening out and I will still smell of this, so I think it's amazing. Love it. Now another Frederic Malle perfume, and this has been a favourite of mine for probably about 10 years. It's gorgeous. I've never owned it until this year. I don't know why. I've always loved it. I always sort of go past Liberty in the Frederic Malle section and spray it on myself. I think I've always thought perhaps it's just a little bit too overpoweringly passionate. It's called Carnal Flower, and it is a passionate, very slightly erotic perfume, I think. You wouldn't want to wear this unless you were feeling really confident in what you're wearing, and you want to send that message out of absolutely overt, I just feel gorgeous and this is what I want to wear. It's an amazing, amazing perfume. This is a tuberose. Again, tuberose is very much another Marmite type of fragrance, I think. People love it or hate it. I adore tuberose. We've got tuberose. That's amazing. I first smelt this in a garden party on holiday in Spain, and if I remember correctly, Roxy Music were playing. They'd reformed. It's a very sultry night, very glamorous, and this very beautiful lady sat down next to me looking incredibly glamorous, and I kept wanting to smell around her, and I assumed it was just the fragrance of where we were because it was evening and there were candles lit, but there were a lot of flowers, flowering jasmine and probably some other blossom around a trellis over us where we were all sitting outside at this party. And it was only after about an hour that I realised it was actually her perfume. It wasn't the flowers going around us. And I stopped and asked her specifically what she was wearing, and she was kind enough to share it with me. And that was how I first heard of this particular perfume, Carnal Flower. It's described by Frederic Malle as tropical and spicy, yet milky and sweet, and I totally get that. Tuberose, orange blossom, coconut, and you can definitely smell the coconut in there. There's some musk and there's some melon. As with any of these stronger, more expensive, I'll be honest with you, all of these fragrances are the higher end bracket. The staying power is astonishing. So although per ounce they're significantly more expensive, you're actually using a lot less. There's not a cologne that evaporates. A small amount of any of these perfumes, particularly this one, will last an awfully long time. Again, this is another one where I will wake up the following morning after an evening out and it will still be infused on my skin. It's beautiful. Now, another new launch which I only discovered last week, so a brand new fragrance line. It's called Art Meets Art. It is a Parisian brand which is stocked in Printemps, but you can buy it online. Art Meets Art, the story behind these fragrances is it's pop culture, and they've chosen music, some really sort of quite culturally significant musical pieces. So they've got one perfume called Besame Mucho, which is from the song, Like a Virgin, and I'm trying to think of the others. There's several. I'll put the whole list down, but the one I chose and the one which I'm going to recommend to you is I Put a Spell on You. It's exquisite. It's meant to be incredibly addictive, and it is seriously an addictive perfume. There's a component in there. I haven't got the list of the ingredients on this yet. It's really, really new. And it is deeply addictive. The sort of perfume that you would want to keep smelling on yourself. Absolutely beautiful. They stock this in actually the Conran shop in London is a stockist. Otherwise you can buy online. This is actually the most reasonably priced of all of these. And the creator explained to me they specifically wanted to create a price point that was democratic and easily affordable. So they've teamed up though with some quite famous perfumers. The person who actually developed this one is a man called Alberto Morillas, and he is the creator behind famous perfumes from the 90s, CK1 being very iconic, and Cartier Panthère, which was actually one I used to wear in, was it the late 80s or possibly early 90s? Beautiful perfume. So they're a nice brand to watch because similar to Kilian and Frederic Malle, they have a journey with these scents and with the fragrances. They're telling a story, and I think for the woman or man who chooses to wear them, it's projecting an image which is really quite playful, and that's the beauty of fragrance. You can reinvent yourself. I have a lot of perfumes, and depending on what mood I'm in, what image I want to project, where I'm going, how I'm dressing, it's similar to fashion. I'll choose a different perfume. These are specifically chosen for their glamour factor and as, I think, really exciting Christmas presents. Anyway, I can't think of any other perfumes this year that have really absolutely assaulted me and I've fallen in love with each and every one of them. I find it difficult to wear these enough. They are absolutely beautiful. And the newer ones, Superstitious, I think I'll be wearing that till forever. It's the kind of perfume I can imagine my mum wearing, or even my grandma. I remember my mother's favourites when I was really, really little, and I would be watching her get ready, and I remember the scent of hot rollers, because she used to put her hair in rollers, and that sort of heady sense of going out. And this was in the 70s, so there were a lot of maxi dresses, slinky long dresses. She always used to wear Calèche by Hermès, and she would also wear Femme by Rocha. They're both really beautiful fragrances that translate into now amazingly. So as I said, great gift ideas I think there, and a roundup of 2017's launches and 2017's favourites for me. So happy Christmas to you all. I hope you're all going to have the most amazing time. We have got a jam-packed Christmas planned. We're always quite traditional about the things we do. We always do a family ice skate at Somerset House. Christmas Day I cook. Usually on Christmas Eve we see other members of the family that we're not going to see on Christmas Day. And New Year's Eve actually this year as well. I've got a lot of friends coming and we're having a party at home, which I'm really looking forward to. I will probably be submerged under all of the preparations and the cooking, but I think that's what Christmas is all about. Really looking forward to it. So best of Christmas wishes to you all, and I will see you in the new year.